My HopAThon Readathon wrap-up coming up. Hey guys, welcome back to Book Your Imagination. My name is Anne. Last week was the HopAthon Readathon. There were 5 hosts for the readathon: Cherry Walker, Aoife, Hannah, Vanessa, and Melissa. I have links to all their channels in the description box below, so please check them out. There were 3 challenges for this readathon. The first is to read a book in the past. The second is to read a book that was written in 2017 or 2018. And the third is to read a book set in the future. The 3 books I picked for the readathon were all winners. So here's my wrap-up. So the first book I read is Audacity Jones to the Rescue by Kirby Lawrence. This is a children's book. It is set in 1910, and it is the story of 11-year-old Audacity Jones. She is an orphan, and she lives at Miss Macy's home for wayward children. When a wealthy patron of the home needs an orphan for a secret mission, Audacity is selected. She is whisked away to Washington, D.C., where she finds that this is not a heroic mission, but it is dastardly. There were several things that I really like about this story. First, it is a very charming story. It is told from a narrator's point of view, and the narrator knows all of the characters, what they're thinking, what their past is like, what their future is like. And one of these characters is a cat. So I think that adds just a sense of whimsy to the story without it being magical. So that was one of the things I really liked. The second thing is that race or ethnicity didn't really matter in this story, which I think is important. It's a very important message for children to be growing up with. These are people, they're your new friends, they're your existing friends. Their ethnicity, the color of their skin, it just simply doesn't matter. And the third thing I really liked about it, And the third thing I really liked about the book is that it's not simplistic. Even though it's a children's book, there was mystery, there was adventure, there was intrigue. It's a whodunit, what are they going to do and how are they going to get out of it. It really did have some twists and turns and surprises, and very well done. The second book I selected is The Phoenix Codex by Bryn, Donovan. This was published in October 2017. It is an adult paranormal romance, and I really loved it. Bryn is an indie author. You know how much I love indie authors. Strange things have been happening around Cassie. When she gets angry at someone, a wild animal attacks them, including her lying, cheating ex-husband who was mauled to death. Coincidence? Jonathan doesn't think so. He has been sent to execute her. All he has to do is use his magical gift to get inside her mind to verify her guilt. Except when he gets there, he finds she is anything but evil. Still, she's been the one causing the maulings. Cassie is confused about her newfound magical power. She didn't even know a magical world existed. And now Jonathan and the shadowy organization that he works for may be her only hope. In some ways, this is a traditional romance story. It's told from 2 points of view, our heroine Cassie and our hero Jonathan. But I think the story and the magic in it are really original and creative. The story is well written, the pacing is good, and I think the mystery of what's happening and why is very intriguing. So if you like paranormal and you like romance, definitely pick this story up. The third book I picked is Crosstalk by Connie Willis. This is set in the very near future. It is a science fiction romantic comedy, very light on the romance in this story. This was published in 2016 by Random House, and honestly, I'm surprised I haven't heard of this story before, and I haven't seen anything about it on BookTube. I really liked this story, but it did have some issues. This is the story of Bridie Flanagan, and if you can't tell by the name, she is Irish with bright red hair. She is thrilled when her boyfriend has asked her to have an EED, which is surgery that enhances emotional empathy between romantic partners. But when she wakes up from the surgery, she finds she's connected to someone else. This story was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. Bridie has 2 sisters, a meddling great aunt, and a precocious and brilliant 9-year-old niece. And this is a family who knows no boundaries. They are constantly texting Bridie, calling her, or showing up unexpectedly. And her co-workers are not much better. They are nosy and gossiping. The issue that I had with the story was, aside from the hair color and the ethnicity of Irish and English, I didn't really get a good visual image of the other characters. There was one character I imagined imagined as middle-aged and overweight, and as the story goes on, I find out he is not middle-aged at all, and he's actually in pretty good shape. So I'm having to constantly tweak my visual image of the characters as it went along. But that was my only complaint. The story is told at a rather frenetic pace and has got more twists and turns than any maze I've ever been in. But it was a lot of fun and I really liked it. So definitely pick this story up and read it. And that wraps up the 2018 Time HopAthon Readathon. As always, this is #JMO, just my opinion. If you like what you see in here, please consider subscribing to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and leave me a comment below. If you've read any of these stories, I would love to hear what you think about them. Thank you for watching.